Welcome to Married AF. We are your hosts, Brooke and Randal Fowler. On this show, we discuss the topics that really matter.
Like big veiny cocks and our favorite TV shows.
So pull up a chair at our kitchen table and hang out.
While I bulldog my nuts.
Well, we want to welcome everybody to Married AF. Another episode. This one is going to be a doozy, though.
75.
This is a round table with a couple of our favorite podcasters.
Mm-hmm.
Larry doesn't feel that way about you now. We're going to talk about why Larry's so mad at you.
I was going to just address it off the top and
you
just
have
say,
the floor.
Hi, Larry.
Hi, Brooke.
Oh, he sounds so angry. you know I love you.
I know. Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay. Oh, that was the coldest. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
No, I got it. I'm good.
You know those roast jokes hit home when you can tell that one actually, some of them drew blood, which was fun.
Oh, I like it. The hurt in your voice. I was like, oh, babe, I went too far.
Someone hurt me. Yeah.
Now, the big question of during the roast, they were under the premise that Randal wrote the jokes for Brooke. Now, did Randal write them or were they Brooke's jokes? Because that makes a big difference in the amount of hurt that just went on.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We've kept that to the vest because we wanted to leave people in lingo, but we broke that actually the other night on Titty Talk with Amanda and Man Brain and Jody B. We both wrote the jokes. The way that it was written, we wrote that whole set, pretty much the rough draft on the way home from Disney. Brooke was driving. I was running everything by her. We were working on it. The only one she didn't contribute to was the cuck joke, which is why she was like, what does that mean?
I didn't even know.
No, I knew that wasn't her.
Yeah, she was like, what does that even mean? Which I'm glad that recorded that. Like that got.
Well, I looked at you like, okay, do we need to redo that? And
did I say it right? Cuckold? Is it cuck holder?
That's what I can't even believe I said it right because then I was like, what the fuck is that? But yeah.
Yeah, so we wrote them, we tag team them because I would like write something, read it to her. She'd be like, okay, that's great. That sucks. But we both decided this time for her to do the punchlines just because it would be more stinging. And Larry nailed it. Like on the second thing we said about Brian when Brooke said that he was the fat, angry guy that hates Santa Claus. And Larry's like, it hurts so much coming from her.
It hurt. It hurt so bad.
Oh, well.
Well, how fun was that episode?
That was so much fun.
That was a great episode. That was one of our best episodes ever, actually. One of our highest rated. So
nice.
Yeah, I was wanting to ask John about it because John is the audio snob, and he's listened to the roast that we were part of that got put out by the NSFW podcast network before they disbanded. And I feel like ours, audio-wise, was a champion.
Well, to the point, they did it first. And, kudos for them to do it first because they taught me what not to do. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm just I heard a lot of things and I was like, okay, well, this is tough. The problem being in a roast or in a situation like that is you have all those people in there and it's just a bandwidth killer and you can't hear and it just draws all the audio quality down. So it's tough to listen to. So when I listened to it live, I said, okay, we can't do that. We got to kind of record it and then send those clips to Larry and then have him play it and have him react to it, which worked out great, I thought.
Yeah, it worked out well.
That was the first time I ever got a chance to do any kind of real roasting. So I had a ball with it. I just think that I went a little too fast. And I did drop some jokes that were rough. I thought they were too rough. So I did drop them off of there because I don't know. Larry, it's the first time we've talked.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I'm like, he's going to say, who's this fat piece of shit calling me all these names and everything. But again, for me, because I'm a fan of your show, I've been listening to your show for quite some time, like other podcasts, I feel like I know you.
Well, that's the point.
Right.
Yep.
But you don't know me. So I didn't want to go too far over the top. Although after I found out Aaron overslept, I was like, damn, I wish I would have known this because I have a whole nother line of jokes.
Here's what I thought, and Larry, tell me if I'm wrong, but I felt like all of you guys, when everyone was roasting, because you don't really, you hadn't met John or knew a whole lot about John, but when his set did so well, like I could almost feel the breath in the air, like, oh, we like this guy. His set,
absolutely, yeah,
fantastic.
No, John, you actually, I would give you credit. Besides Brooke being a complete and total jerk to me, I think, John, yours was totally like, it was like a professional stand-up wrote it, and I'll give you credit for that. It was great. It was absolutely great.
Yeah, we're going to do our shot to John. We've declared him the winner of the roast before.
No, I appreciate that, but I thought everybody did a great job. Well, except for Bearded Dad. That was a rough one.
That was rough.
Yeah, and it was rough to listen to, but that made it hilarious because the chirps makes it brutally funny.
Well, when I was editing it, I was like, "Oh my god!" I had to listen to that twice. Once when I edited it, and then I was thinking to myself, "You know what? This thing needs a rim shot." So I started dropping rim shots in there. I figured maybe it would pick it up a little bit.
Well, see, I felt like Larry, you guys, when the first couple of not as funny sets went by, like I felt like you guys were like, "Oh, this isn't gonna be great. We're fucked. Like we're in it."
That's what we wanted.
You wanted us to bomb?
Well, I guess I could say it now. We weren't exactly expecting the greatness we got. Let's just be honest.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But it came out amazing. And I think, we ranked them who we thought would be best to start with. So we started with Amanda because it's Blunt Mommy. And we figured we'd get that out of the way. And so just started the show off perfectly. And we kind of timed it all up there. And I think it went great. And it was a blast. You guys did excellent. Seriously.
All right. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, how Aaron didn't show up for the roast. He overslept. And I have a theory. My theory was that he wasn't prepared and he didn't want to come in and bomb in front of everybody. So he overslept. Your thoughts?
My thoughts?
Yes.
Is this being recorded? This is being recorded, isn't it?
Yes, it's being recorded. Yes.
No, my thoughts are I think he legitimately overslept. Knowing Aaron, I think he legitimately overslept.
He's a sleepy motherfucker.
He is.
Yeah, he did it before, John. He's done it. He did it for that Rumble. He overslept, and there was like
I see a pattern.
He jumped on late, but he had just woken up, and they didn't let him hear the end of it. So I kind of buy it too, from hearing everything and the way that they roast them. But I have a piggyback on to John's question.
Yes.
I know that initially we were giving him shit. We weren't going to let him rebut the roasts, and then you kind of let him, and I feel like you did it on purpose. Like, all right, I'm gonna let you torpedo yourself here. You're gonna go on because it was just him. He's on a raft by himself, and I was like, Aaron, you better come hard with it. You better prove you're the most talented one of the group.
And he failed miserably.
And I was like, oh, Larry's loving it. Like, this
I ate it up because, first off, one of our guests canceled. So we had time to kill anyways. And so I figured, you know what, he wanted to do it. So I'm like, let's go. And I know these are going to be terrible because none of us were in the mood to be a roast anyway. Like, you have to be in a mood to do that.
For sure.
And none of us were in the mood. None of us had any jokes. So we were just like, okay, fine. You want to go? And then we started picking on him. He started getting offended. Then we kind of all picked up on it. We're like, all right, well, it's a roast. You get roasted back. So. But it was once he said I want to do it, he kept bothering me. I'm like, fine, let's go. Let's do this. Fine.
So that at first when I started listening, I was like, don't do it, Larry. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do the jokes. And then once he started, I'm like, shh, Larry, let him bomb. Let him bomb.
Well, they both do stand up, so I'm sure Larry's like, that's part of it,
Oh, I know once you're going down that road, I know when you're on it. So I was like, oh, here we go.
Well, we have this. That's where the first I've got the first listener question that was submitted is actually the first one was, what did we think of Aaron's replies to the roast jokes? We covered that.
I think John summed it up that terrorists should wear that as bombs. I really do. It's the best.
Yeah, I had to rebut through Twitter.
Oh, all right.
I need to let you know that still gets. I'm sorry, but that still gets used almost daily in our group chat for Jason.
So good. That'll never go. That's like an eternal.
That was
Nope.
funny. That's what made me go listen to it. Because where were we were in the car together too when we saw that, and I was like, "Hang on, John is lighting up Aaron for these rebuttal."
Yeah,
jokes.
and John wouldn't do that unless it was, but he will do it if it's real. So that's why I was with you. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, let's go. Listen.
Yeah, I said terrorists were trying to strap Aaron's jokes to their chest.
Never
Holy
gets
shit.
old.
And Larry, how many of us had a joke in our roast sets about Aaron being the most talented one in the group? Didn't everybody have that?
Every single we were getting so mad about all that shit.
Oh, the last time that it was in because we were the last ones, right? The last set.
Mm-hmm.
And after my last little bit where I asked if Larry brings up Aaron to get laughs on his set, I knew that was it. Because you like threw up in your mouth. Like I was like, if another one comes out, Larry's going to just like tell everybody to fuck off.
You're gonna break the microphone and shut everything up.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't take my ball and run home. I don't know what people are saying about me.
No, that's just a joke.
It's hurtful. Everything you guys said was hurtful.
Aw.
Even the baby hands?
No, baby
We
hands
didn't-
is fine.
Well, what did you guys think? Because to me, the funniest single line of the whole thing was Jody B's Dungeons and Douchebags.
That was the best.
I like that one
was
too.
just I would die just from the line. It's not even it's just Dungeons and Douchebags.
Yeah, I need to
His
make a shirt
delivery.
with that on it.
Yes, you do.
God.
And own it. I love that. But the question is, Larry, what was the most hurtful single joke to Larry?
I was pretty much everything Brooke said.
It hurts coming from a woman, doesn't it?
No, not just a woman like Brooke.
Yeah.
I thought Brooke actually liked me. And I
I
thought we were
do.
friends. And I was like, I'm still heartbroken over this. And I don't even. It's tough. Let's just
I
say
just want to hug you so badly.
it's too late, Brooke. Too late.
But knowing her, the fact that she's never went dark on anyone but me and now you
Yeah,
you
it means a
feel
lot.
really loved.
There you go.
I do.
Really-
And I'll give you credit because every time Randall talks shit to me now, Stephanie and Brian always just say, "I think that's Brooke," just to kind of fuck with me.
Oh, I know. Like when y'all were on that Facebook Live the other night, that was both of us go back and forth. But
Yeah.
it like Stephanie was like, I just want it to be Brooke.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Oh shit.
No, you guys all did a great job.
All right. Well, here's another thing. I'm just going to intermix listener questions and our topics because we have some questions about topics that I wanted to cover.
Okay.
This one is more. Well, it's more of a statement.
Was that from
Brooke,
Spain?
Brooke, you should always do the punchlines when you and Randall do a roast. It was way funnier than when Randall was doing them. Well, thank you. That's great. I agree, though. I do agree.
Thanks, I guess, but I don't want to hurt people's feelings like I did.
It's a roast. That's what we're here for.
I know, but it was fun though. But love you, Larry.
That was perfect.
Speaking of fun, I've got to throw a big shout out to Frankie that was just on Drinks with
yeah.
Larry. That dude is awesome.
We are like I already followed that dude on Twitter, just like all his weather shit.
Yeah. So what's his story? How did y'all meet him? What's going on with him? He's like a weather machine?
I don't know yet. He he comes on all the time with us.
Is he
Frankie's
from Cleveland?
no, he's from
He's in
New
Canada.
Brunswick, Canada, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's a really, really nice guy. We got connected with him through another podcast, and we became friends. And he has to come on all the time, and we bought his action figure, and we have him come on every once in a while because he's just a lot of fun to have on, and he's a good sport, and he's fun to talk to and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend if you want to get him on, reach out to him. He loves doing shows. So
I would love to.
yeah, he does Skype and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, he looks like just fun. Like, I mean, I remember seeing him, like, they played a video of his on, like, Good Morning America or something.
Yes.
And that's what made me go look him up. So, like, when I saw that was the guy you were talking about having on your show, I was like, holy shit, it's that guy that talks about the weather in Canada. Like,
Yeah, he
so
like texts us all the time and everything. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And my favorite
Aw.
part is he has a girlfriend, and Brian and Stephanie are single. So that's my favorite part, which is awesome. So.
Yes. Oh, Brian. Has he ever had a girlfriend? Has Brian ever had a girlfriend?
Shut
No,
up,
Brian's
Randall.
got
That's just
mommy
me.
issues. Just go on. Just doesn't matter.
That makes sense. That's fair.
Hey,
He has
I
a
saw
Shih Tzu.
Blunt Liver tried to get him laid by having F Marry Kill, and Blunt Mommy actually picked Brian.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing.
And she denied that the other night. We talked to her on Titty Talk, and I told her about that because I said, did you see Brian's reaction on the Facebook Live when they were doing Drinks with Larry, like when y'all were doing Facebook Live? And Stephanie told him, hey, they did a fuck, marry, kill on Blunt Mommy. And she said she wanted to fuck you, or was it either fuck or marry?
That was
not-
fuck.
It was, and like, I needed the, like the Instagram, like super zoom where it goes like in the, like that needed to be on his face. Cause the look on his face, he was like staring off
He was blushing.
into the distance.
Oh, he
like,
was.
And she, when we were talking to her the other night about it, she was like, no, I didn't. And I was like, you did. I promise.
Go back and listen to your own episode.
No kidding.
I know.
Well, that's not going to help, John. You know, she's had a couple drinks. It's
Well, the other two were Doug from Who's Right and Bearded Dad. So Brian was a shoo-in.
it was for, that was the,
a shoe in.
you,
Brian's looking real good.
you're looking real good if those are your competition. But like the one we did fuck, marry, kill when we were on Titty Talk too, and apparently I'm marriage material because Blunt Mommy married me, and so did Jody B in a fuck, marry, kill situation.
Nice.
And then Amanda married me.
Yep.
Of course. But it's easier for anyone with
We're
us
both,
to do
yeah.
marry because it's the medium ground.
Because we're harmless. We're not but Duchess was the one that like
Yeah.
Amanda fucked her, and then so did you.
Yeah.
Because you had Christina and Duchess and some other chick that we didn't know.
Not going to lie.
Well-
Duchess sounds like a good time.
Hey, well,
Exactly.
I've got to ask this while I'm thinking about it later. What? I don't want to like sound like we're kissing ass because we just dissed Brian a little bit, but
No, that's fine.
how smart is he? He's got to be. I mean, his memory alone. The guy's like an encyclopedia. Me and John were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, he's actually he's like our own resident Rain Man, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's actually I hate to say it, and I'll say it on here. He actually is a pretty intelligent guy, and he can memorize everything. There's nothing you tell that guy and he doesn't remember it. So
He's
it's one of those things. Yeah, he's like a walking, like you said, a Wikipedia encyclopedia.
Yeah.
God, I'm the opposite.
He's the Sheldon of Drinks with Larry.
Yeah. The that's a good word. Yeah.
He's not
Super
the Jar Jar
exciting.
Binks.
Yeah, with a
No, Jar
voice
Jar
for
was
radio,
Jar Jar was needed.
a voice for radio, and a face for rape. For Jody B.
That was a good one.
Good Lord,
that was a good one.
that one was brutal.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, all right. This one is for John, and I guess it's because John addresses this stuff a lot. John, the Mueller reports results are in. What are your thoughts?
It did nothing. We spent all that money, and both sides are still raging. One side says it didn't exonerate them, and the other side says it didn't convict them. So here we are. So it did nothing, and I knew it wasn't going to do anything.
And who's surprised about that?
No one.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I hate. I applaud you because you get into this stuff on your show, John, and I can't do it over the
He
simple
can't
fact
do
that
it because I will choke the shit out of him, and
That's
I'll just
true.
walk out of the room because I don't want to talk about
That's
this
true.
fucking shit. But
nothing matters. Like that's what kills. Nothing. It
And I
doesn't
keep
matter
telling
who
you that.
thinks what you think or what I think. All it's going to do is make friends mad at each other.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, really.
Yeah, you're not going to change anybody's mind. Everybody's mind is already made up. So it doesn't. I got to tell you right now, I don't care if Mueller had a videotape of Russian hookers peeing on Trump.
taking a
Trump-
shit on him.
Wasn't
Right.
there one of those?
I'm
floating around?
just saying, if they had it and they put it out there, the Trump people would say it was fake news. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. I mean, you know what you like, and that's what you're going to go with. So this was just a big dog and pony show, I'll tell you what, I'm going to say this right now. Democrats, you better get on your horse and put somebody up against him because he is a lawnmower. He will mow down whoever you put up there. So you better put up somebody. I just hope it's not Biden because it's going to be like watching two old men, like an old folks home fight. That's what it's going to be like. And I don't want to see that.
Isn't there a sharp? Is it Cory Booker,
It'd have to be a younger guy.
the
Cory
young
Booker.
senator?
Spartacus from New Jersey, from my state, the great state of New Jersey, or as I call it, the skin tag of the United States. Yeah. Again, not that there's anything wrong with this, but Cory Booker to me is and that guy Beto, he's another one. He thinks he's too cool for the room. But again, I don't see one person that they have there that could actually run against Trump without Trump just wiping the floor with him.
You don't think Pocahontas has a chance?
No, my goodness. No. It's funny though.
I think the problem we have here is that we don't have people who are running for president that are actually presidential because of the whole Trump, how he's acting. I think that's the problem. So we're going to have a whole bunch of people trying to be cool and act like themselves, and it's not going to work. It's just not.
There's only one person that I think that could take him on and out-Trump him. It's a shame he cannot be president, but I would vote for him, and that is Arnold. Arnold would be able to take him down.
He's Republican, though.
But he would switch. He's more of an independent now anyway. Yeah,
Okay.
He hates Trump so much, he would run as a Democrat.
But you have to be born in the United States.
Yeah.
Right.
He got as high as he could get in politics.
You know what?
at
I'm
governor.
with John. Let's change that shit and let Arnold and Trump have a battle.
Fuck yeah, I would love for
Oh my God. That would be amazing.
I would have the biggest
would explode.
I would have the biggest bucket of popcorn for the debates.
Dude, oh my God, that would be so fun. I would be all about you having CNN and Fox News and all that shit on all the time.
It'd be the best TV.
Because right now I want to strike you when you have it on.
You do.
Strike you.
And she does. She'll come in and chop me on the back of the head, like if it's CNN's been on too long. Or
I get so annoyed. I'm like, well, especially the goddamn fucking Mueller report shit. I mean, it was on for like 17 hours straight in the house. And I was like, I swear to fucking God, if I walk in here again and this shit is still on, you're never seeing these tits again.
See, Larry? See, Larry?
Yes.
She is brutal.
Oh, she is. I know.
Oh,
I know.
yeah. Randall will tell anybody I'm the meaner one when it comes down to it.
Here's another question. I want to make sure
you
we
should
get
be.
all of them. Larry, do
Yes.
you believe in any particular conspiracy theories?
Ooh, that's a good one. See, I have a problem with conspiracy theories because I think that bad shit just randomly happens. Unfortunately, that's how I work.
Yeah.
If there was one conspiracy, I guess if I had to believe in, it would be aliens. But other than that, no, I'm not really a big conspiracy guy.
I'm with you.
Ooh, well, that John, don't you have some?
I cannot think of it. I'm still trying to figure out what the name of that. I watched a documentary on Netflix last night, and I actually watched it twice. It was so good. And it was about how the government is keeping under wraps the aliens that they have all the technology from. And
The Area 4?
it's like Area 51 or 54, whatever you want. And
Whatever.
51, 54, right.
There's a 54 somewhere
There's
out
been like
there.
100 areas.
That's studio. I think it's Studio 54 in New York. Area
I
51.
think that's what it is. Yeah.
Right. You're close. It's all right.
It was an underground club for aliens.
Right. Underground club full of aliens.
Yeah.
So
Lots of weirdos fucking.
yeah, and it's they have all the technology, and it's amazing. And if I didn't have if I was Brian, I would know the name of this show because I've watched it twice and I cannot think of the name of it.
Yeah, my problem with that is that government, they have lost my tax returns like 3 times and have lost W-2s for me. So I don't think they're that coordinated.
Oh,
that's my
but
problem.
if you would have owed them money, Larry, they're not fucking losing that.
No,
shit.
that's how they found me because this is the year I owed them money. And they're like, hey. I'm like, oh, okay. Now you found them. Great.
Oh, weird. How about we just let that shit even out? Yeah.
No, it's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't really. I mean, Bigfoot, is that conspiracy?
Yeah, I guess it is. I don't believe in a Bigfoot. You know what? I kind of did believe in Bigfoot until Mount St. Helen exploded. I think it killed them all.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't think there is one. There's too many people wandered around and too much nonsense. So
I mean, I don't think that the guy in the 1970s film, I don't think that was Bigfoot.
No, I think it's just that's fun, like folklore to me. I mean,
I believe there was at some point an animal that could have been.
I think it was the caveman. It was probably pretty fucking hairy.
It would have been a bear because there would have been other people to have seen.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like if there was something out there that was big and hairy and walked like a human, like it was probably just some kind of Neanderthal. But I don't
could have
think there
been
was,
me too.
I don't think there was an actual like different creature. But I think when people have sightings, yes, it's a bear.
Some sort of a bear.
But that Bigfoot museum we went to in North Georgia was fun.
Yeah, they had a big old petrified turd.
Oh, it was hysterical.
And they're like, this is Bigfoot. I was like, no, it's not.
It's fucking poop. How do you know? What? It was fun though. They had a whole reenactment of like this like Bigfoot attacking people in a cabin. Like
so bad.
Gunner was so into it.
Yeah,
like
he was 4.
Yeah, but he was glued to that thing. I was like, oh, okay, we got to go.
Well, so none of y'all believe. See, I think that JFK is a conspiracy.
I do too.
Do you?
I do think that we killed him.
Yep. If you watch,
yeah.
If you watch that documentary, I'll tell you why. Because they did not want that technology to get out. And there was a part of that documentary where Clinton wanted to know all the information. And they said, if Clinton comes out and starts to tell the American public what he knows, we don't know if we can protect him. Because the people that are running this are way so far off book and so far out of, I mean, they get funded by the government, but there's no oversight. There's none of that stuff. It's really, it's an interesting, I'll tell you what, when you watch it, it really makes a lot of sense. It's
the alien technology that JFK knew about, and that's why he got assassinated. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, I think the problem with him was that he was, him and his brother were banging Marilyn Monroe, and they were pillow talking, and they gave her a bunch of secrets. That's how come she got offed. And then that whole thing with, it was all about international banking. And he started talking about international banking. Next thing you know, they're picking his ears up off the street.
Oh,
it's crazy. I don't get that deep into JFK. I just don't think Oswald could have done that by himself.
No.
So that leads into the other stuff.
Yeah.
But I think there's some fuckery with JFK. But what's funny about JFK, and I'm glad you brought up Bill Clinton. To me, I voted for Bill Clinton.
That's your dude.
I still love Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton is the only guy on planet Earth that gets a pass for being a dirty dick Willie.
Well, Randall, I love you too.
Well, hell, what do you think I was going to do? But I mean, could he be president again?
No.
In this?
No.
So he came at the perfect time because he was right before it.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no way he could do it again.
But damn, was he not fun? I mean, I liked Obama. He's smooth. I liked having him as a representative of this country. Smooth, easy. It's a little rough with Trump, but Bill fucked everybody.
And he got away with it, though. That's the thing. He wouldn't be able to get away with that shit now.
Yeah, and black people, he was an honorary black man. I mean, it was for sure.
Oh, he played saxophone, smoked weed.
On Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, he was black. Yeah, sure.
He was a brother.
Poor Bill. I mean, it's hard to look at him now because of he's not looking great these days. But shit,
if his eyes sink anymore back into the back of his head, he'll look like that. He'll look like a skeleton.
So, how long ago?
Oh,
how long do you think it's been since him and Hillary fucked? Honestly, the 90s, early 90s. Late 80s?
I would say right before the Monica Lewinsky scandal came out.
They definitely haven't touched in decades. You can see it when they're together. There is absolutely no sexual
I don't know.
chemistry.
I feel like Hillary might be like, every once in a while, like demand it just for her when it's on her
She'd bring in one of her servants.
My thing is, I think Hillary's the most famous beard in the world.
Really?
You think
what?
Dick,
you think he's gay?
Not Bill.
I don't
Hillary.
think Bill's gay.
No, not Bill's not gay. I think Hillary.
No. If she's a beard, then that makes Bill gay. So he's a beard.
He's the beard. I'm sorry. He's the beard. Yes, I think Hillary used a thigh or two as a napkin. I do.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Oh,
You could
for
be right.
sure. But I don't know. I think she's just like a robot. I think she's just,
Larry, can you imagine sex with Hillary
oh
Clinton?
my God.
No, it'd be horrible.
Atrocious.
Sounds terrible.
No,
She'd be like, yes, no, yes, no.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't compute.
This is fantastic.
You
We're
are.
gonna have
Smart.
sex now, and you better get on that bed. And I would immediately go into turtle mode.
Oh my God.
All right.
She's horrifying.
There's the next question. But yes, Bill Clinton for life. I'd vote for him again. What kind of music does John listen to while sitting in his car swallowing cheesesteaks?
Why is he driving eating
Why?
cheese? Hey, we had chicken Philly tonight.
First of all, that's not that far off. I've eaten a cheesesteak while driving. All right, so the thing is, I don't listen to music anymore. I listen to so many podcasts that I really don't listen to music anymore, and I can't stand today's music. So if I'm going to listen to anything, it's going to be something in the '90s, late
Crew,
'80s,
isn't it?
'90s. Yeah, it's more classic rock and roll.
Classic rock. I was going to say you're classic rock guy.
Yeah, I'm more of a classic rock, but I do like old, rap, old hip hop. But I think around the year 2000 is when I cut music off. That's when when you're officially old, when you say, I can't stand today's music. And then you're old. That's how it works.
Huh?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm interested. What kind of music do you listen to, Larry? Your preference. I'm sure you listen to a lot, but your favorite type.
By preference? Oh, well, I'm kind of like John. I there's a lot of music that's out today that I'm not starting to connect with, like the youngins. But yeah, I mostly listen to music back when I was, in high school or college and stuff. I guess I revert back to that. But it's mostly I listen to a lot of like punk rock and hardcore and metal and stuff like that. So that's me.
So you like Green Day? Was that
Yes,
before your day?
No, Green Day was right about when I was in 8th grade.
Can you
So
not
yeah.
burp the microphone 1,000
Dookie?
times?
Green Day Dookie?
Wait, is Stephanie here? I heard a burp.
I know. Randall just keeps burping directly into the microphone.
It's just,
I can't reach him
I'm not
to strike
trying
him.
I'm trying to hold it in, and it just puffs out.
But then you go
Yeah.
right into the microphone. Just tilt your head, baby.
But no,
It's all
I did
good.
love Green Day Dookie. That was
That was when
favorite
I was in
albums.
high school, or we were in high school, babe.
I think I was 35.
I was gonna say, man.
All right, here's an interesting one. To all, have you ever seen your grandma naked?
Okay.
No.
Why?
Which one?
Oh, there you go.
Any of them?
Any of them.
No, I don't
I've
think
never-
so.
I've never seen my grandmother naked.
No, I never saw my grandma naked. I did have, just like your grandma, your nanny, Randall, my Mimi had one boob gone. And when she didn't have it like reconstructed. So like, it would always kind of freak me out when she would like lean down to like give me a hug and her blouse would come down or something. And it was just like one side was just,
The uni boob.
it was just flat. And then she had just her bra was like padded on that side. And then it was just flat, like no nip, no nothing, just
That's because those women were
gangster.
They were just gangsters.
They were like, just
that.
chop that shit off, move on. Got to
Yep.
get to work the next day.
Yep.
But no, never seen him naked. And my mom used to walk around naked all the fucking time. I mean, she had all girls, but just all the time. I'd be like, Jesus fuck, mom. Like, can you put on some clothes?
Yeah, Brooke's mom is one of the most like sexually voracious women at her age that I've ever known. She is a and Brooke will tell you she is a
She always has been. Yeah, I mean, not
she's
now.
a sexual deviant.
Yeah, not now because she's just.
Well,
she's
I'm not talking
sick,
about now, but I'm
yeah.
talking about her normal demeanor
Yes.
just a few years ago
Yes.
at our baby shower.
Oh my gosh, yes.
She was hitting on my boss in front of Brooke's dad with no problem.
Well, because he
At
knows he's
all.
going to go home and reap the benefits from it.
Of course, he knows that that's just her way, but she's like, she'll walk up and be
She's
like,
a rascal for sure.
you are an attractive man.
hmm
Do you know that I have exquisitely large breasts?
Oh yeah, she'll talk about her bra size and what her waist size used to be,
I
and
love her.
she would, yeah. But I mean, she would just walk around butt ass naked when we were younger, and my sisters and me would all be like, "Mom, throw on a bra." and some panties or something, like when you're coming to talk to me. Like, I know you're getting ready, but
All right, John, get ready. This one is a doozy for John.
Okay.
John, you're forced at gunpoint to jerk off to a picture of a fellow podcaster that you interact with.
Oh my God.
You have to choose which podcaster. You have to come quickly, otherwise you'll be shot.
Well, that's easy for me. It would be Samantha from I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam.
There you go. That's a softball right there.
That was a softball. But
Well,
if it wasn't
actually,
her,
You have to change it because it did say it can't be your significant other.
Oh.
All right, Sam.
all right, I'm going with Stephanie from Drinks with Larry.
There you
Oh.
go.
That's a great one.
That is a great one.
I'm sorry,
Stephanie's-
Steph. You can stop throwing up in your mouth now.
That's beautiful.
Earmuff, Sam.
I can't wait till she hears that.
Sorry, Steph.
Oh, I love Stephanie.
All right. This is to everybody. All right, check it out. You wake up one morning and realize that your lady and your mother have switched bodies.
Oh God, this is from Adam.
Yeah. And this is from Adam at Simmons and More. Great show. Check them out. Your mom and your lady have switched bodies, and only through rigorous research into shamanic practices and the occult, you come to learn that the only way to retransfer them back to normal was to have sex with one of them.
Just one of them.
Which one are you power fucking? Your mom in your girlfriend's body, or your girlfriend in your mom's body? Who wants to tackle first?
Oh.
Go ahead, Larry. I got my answer, but go ahead, Larry. I want to hear yours.
All right, so let me think about this. There's the only way to get them back.
Yep.
Oh God.
I've seen Larry's girlfriend, so I would be doing Larry's mom in Larry's girlfriend's body. But
No.
that's a twofer.
That is a twofer.
Said it in the roast. John loves pussy.
Yes, he does.
Well, he's got 7 kids.
17 kids. Yep.
Oh my God. You know, I don't even like that question. That is horrible.
It's
I was
hard to really think about.
That's dark.
But you got to suck it up, Larry. You got to take one for the team. The world needs you, Larry. You got to get in there.
Even though it's theoretical, I guess I'd. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're banging your mom either way.
Not really.
No. Yeah.
Babe, how do you answer?
I got to bang my girlfriend that's in my mom's body because she's the one that's going to remember.
That's exactly
that's
with
a good
me.
idea.
That's,
Yep,
that's
good
how.
idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to close my eyes and
Drink some
Throw
Jack
up.
Daniels.
and know that when I'm done,
And not
it's going to
touch.
be my girlfriend that remembers me banging her and not my mom
Well, it was wife.
or wife, whatever. But
Who's your girlfriend?
Oh,
I couldn't do that. What the question is? I
Oh,
couldn't
thought-
bang the girlfriend
Yeah.
or my mom in my girlfriend's like that would.
Unless I was gonna say, like, unless you could roofie her till she was asleep, and then like you at least had the body that you are used to fucking, and
Yeah,
then your mom wouldn't remember.
but you would shake every night when you go to bed knowing that you the
I mean,
soul in there you were fucking was your parent.
God. Ugh. That's
yeah,
terrible.
it's just all wrong.
All right. Well, Brooke, I got to ask you that. So it's your father in Randall's body, or Randall in your father's body. Who you riding down? Who you riding like a Harley down a dirt road?
God, there's no other real good. I mean, the other
No,
answer
it's oh my
is
God.
crazy. It's an awful question.
It's all terrible.
It's
Adam,
a horrible question.
you're the devil. Adam. Oh,
It makes you feel. I feel dirty that
I
we've entertained
know.
it. Actually,
I think I would go with the same answer that Randall gave, but I don't even want to say it.
I got to say that I would.
I don't feel good.
I would definitely. It would be my girlfriend in my mom's body, and it would have to be doggy style, so I couldn't see her.
I mean, totally. And
Yeah.
I'd have a bag over my own head.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes, the bag over your own head works.
I couldn't do that because if you threw up in the bag, you'd be throwing up in yourself while banging your mom. It's not cool.
Oh my God.
Oh,
true.
No, there's no way to win.
No.
You're damaged after this event,
Either way,
no matter what.
you're not
Yes.
coming back.
I just don't want to find out who Randall's girlfriend is.
I know.
There's so many of them.
Don't we all?
There's so many. We'll do another show on all my bitches.
Uh-huh.
All my bitches.
All right. John and Larry. This is a good one. I almost lost this because I was crossing out the questions. John and Larry. I believe you both have kids from previous relationships. Were you married?
And so do you.
If so, what did you learn from your failure? That's rough. But,
Wow.
but yes,
Blunt.
I've been divorced, so it is a failure. But damn, could have just said your breakup.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, or your life choice, but whatever, it's cool.
Hey, your failure, you failing piece of shit.
That's.
All right, so who's taking this one first? Go ahead, Larry. You're going to answer a question. You didn't even answer the last question. You got to answer a question.
I did answer it. I said I did answer it. I said I'd bang my mom and my girlfriend's body. No, fuck it.
Other way.
Let's see it.
Larry's already fucked up from the question. He may never be the same.
He can't even recover from the question, let alone the act.
Where am I?
All right, so what I learned was marriage is a horrible contract. And anybody that signs a marriage contract is an idiot. So for me, what I learned was never get married again. That's what I learned. Okay? Marriage and love one has nothing to do with the other. Marriage is a contract, a legal contract that just causes pain and hurt and financial ruin. That's what I learned.
Alrighty then.
I don't think it causes that.
How do you really feel, John?
I know, right? I don't think it causes that. That's a little harsh.
Well,
That's because you're the female. That's why.
Yeah.
How
Can
about
I answer? I'm going to go the romantic way, but I'll try this. How's that? Yeah. I was too young when I got married. I made a mistake. I thought, when you're 22 or 23, you make bad decisions.
Preach.
Yes, sir.
I think that when you meet someone eventually down the road, you can be honest with that person and you can actually bullshit with them. And there's none of this, when we get older stuff. Now it's more like, did you fucking stink up the bathroom again type thing? That's the person you marry. Those are the people you want to be with. The ones you could be real around and you realize that, this is my life. This is what I'm going to be doing. And this is the person I want to be with. That's what you want to be.
Yeah. I go with Larry on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, John. John's still emotional, clearly.
Yeah. John's been hurt.
He is violently mad about
I feel the bitterness. There was a lot of kids involved. So I feel like there's a lot of child support that he's had to pay over the years.
That's brutal because I paid that.
For one
I pay
child.
that too. It's brutal. But John and Brian should have a show where you guys you two miserable fucks.
There's the show. Two miserable fucks. Brian, call me.
Oh,
Dude,
my
y'all
God.
totally should.
You guys are the most miserable people I've ever talked to. And I love it.
Do it, man. That's a brilliant idea, actually. Fuck yes.
But John, do you have a dog that you lovingly post photos of online?
Nah.
His animals.
The only thing I hate worse than marriage is pets. So
I think Randall nailed it best when he posted on Brian's wall that he's a serial killer.
It just makes me laugh so much. 'Cause it's like he loves his fucking dog and it's adorable. And then Randall's like, he's a fucking serial killer.
Oh yeah. If you ever, with his floral fucking couch and that dog, that motherfucker has bodies somewhere.
Dog with like bows in its hair.
Pretty dog.
He loves that dog, though. Like, that's undeniable.
She's adorable.
Here's the issue. When I was married, my ex-wife, my wife at the time, she was an animal lover, so she had cats and dogs, and they were always destroying stuff in the house, like rugs and furniture and chewing something up and everything. And I would come home and there would be something destroyed by the dog. And I'll never forget the one day my chair was all screwed up because dogs had laid on it. So I went and bought a brand new recliner and it's sitting there. And I said, oh my God, this is the nicest recliner. I love this thing. And the next day I was coming downstairs and I had my work. I was getting ready to sit down in my chair to put my work boots on. And I look over and there's a cat peeing on the chair. Like, hey, how do you like this? I couldn't get to that cat fast enough. And I said to her, if I get my hands on that cat, I'm twisting its head off. I had to drag the chair out to the trash. And ever since then, I was like, you know what? I don't need animals anymore. So, yeah, marriage ruined my love of animals and my love of marriage.
Oh.
Hey, well, I'll give, there's one bit of nugget of truth in there. Cats are the most fucking vindictive.
Yeah.
They would kill all of us if they were big enough.
They would.
I mean, we'd be doomed.
Hefner would have killed all of us.
Yeah, Brooke's old cat would go shit on our pillow when it was mad at us.
Mm-hmm. And he was 20 pounds. He was a big motherfucker. Like literally when we went out of town, I had to I found trial and error. Like everything had to be closed. All the rooms had to be closed. He had to be like, I had to layer blankets and towels and shit on the couches because he would get pissed that we were gone and shit all over the couch. And like he was an asshole. And Randall's like, we have the 2 dogs now and they're getting older and he wants a fucking cat and he's convinced Gunnar that they want a cat. And I'm like, great, but it's living outside 100% of the time. Like,
yeah, I think you've convinced me I don't want any animals actually anymore.
Well,
and now,
no. I just said no cat.
See, I can't win, guys.
Nope.
No dogs. When the dogs are gone, I'm gonna be getting them happy.
I know you are. This is an interesting question. I've got to ask it too, because I want to know this. Larry, what is it like and what do you do when any of your co-hosts are not getting along and you can tell when you're recording your show?
Oh, God.
Interesting. So like when someone's got a real, they've been arguing
real
or not liking each other. How do you deal with that?
I like to bring it up on the air.
Perfect.
Yeah, I like it too when you do that.
Yeah, I do that all the time. That's my thing.
Air your grievances.
A couple episodes.
I guess. Go ahead, John.
I was going to say a couple episodes. Stephanie and Aaron were getting into it, and I was like, "Oh, this is amazing." Because Stephanie doesn't back down. She's, "I'll come over to this table," and I was like, "Yeah, look at this."
Yeah, you don't fuck with.
Yeah, is that real, Larry? That you met her, or she was in a slap contest, or let a dude slap her years ago?
Yeah, it's actually a guy who actually looks just like you actually slapped her.
What?
Yeah, he was a big motherfucker, and he didn't want to do it, but she's end up, and she goes, "A fucking bet's a bet, do it," and he just cracked her right across the face.
Holy, what a champion that girl.
She is.
The fact that girl is not with somebody still blows my mind.
She's a catch.
Yeah, she's when she did the dating episode with us, that was she said I'm in for the show and I'm a trooper and I'll do it. So I was like, this is great. So
it didn't work out with that guy, I guess.
That's a great question. This is from a listener named Randall. And Brooke. So what were her real feelings on that date? How, because
that didn't go well.
He was a douche. I could tell.
Awesome.
Well, it didn't help that it was being watched the whole time and commentated on.
I've never been more invested in an episode of a podcast
in
my life.
It was the Facebook Live. We sat there and watched the whole fucking thing.
So did I.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, I had to have those surprises like her mom showing up and stuff. Like I thought that was great.
Didn't her brother come too?
I had both her brothers and her mom there. And she had no idea they were coming. So yeah.
And did the Facklers come too?
They were on the chat, but no, they didn't show up.
Oh, I thought they showed up too. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's like her whole family and then listeners.
She was so mad at me.
That was such a good whole thing. But yeah. So
and I wonder why it didn't work out.
No, they did not go on a second date, and I don't foresee one in the future. So Stephanie is still available.
Is she super picky, or is this just guys are idiots?
I think guys are just idiots. Yeah, Stephanie's a lot of fun. She's a good friend. I've known Stephanie since high school, so
yeah,
she's a good friend of mine. So yeah,
she's just one of those girls. Like I got lucky meeting Randall when I did because I feel like Stephanie and I are like kindred spirits in the fact that like we're like the guys, girls, and like you get into that zone and then it's really fucking hard to find a guy to be romantically involved with when you're surrounded by a bunch of guys and you can hang out with the guys because you don't. It's tough.
No, she can trust me. There's times she's like, why am I single? And then she'll pound like a tall boy a PBR, and I'm like, I don't know, I can't figure it out.
And then she'll fart, and you'll be like, I don't know. Why?
Yeah, I'm confused why you're burping all over the place, and guys don't want that. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
but
John's drooling.
Me.
John's like, a lot of women.
No, but that's me too. I'd be like doing keg stands and like out drinking half the dudes and like belching louder than ever. Yeah, Randall, you are so lucky.
I know. Hey, well, speaking of that, I want to hit on this. Drinks with Larry is up for a big award, 2nd year in a row.
Yes.
It's tell them about that, Larry, and tell them how they can. I know it's out there. People can vote. We voted.
Oh no, that's the second award we're up for. That's a different award.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, tomorrow we're on the we got nominated for 2nd year award for for the Cleveland Comedy Awards. So we're on that for best podcast.
Awesome.
What other stupid ass podcast is in this category? But who else is there but Drinks with Larry in Cleveland?
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a comedy specific one. So that one's kind of cool because you can only get nominated by local comedians. So that meant a lot to us that we got picked for that.
Awesome.
And then the other one is actually for a magazine in the Cleveland area. So we're actually for Best of Cleveland right now for podcasts. So that's a big one. I was shocked.
Nice.
So
That's fucking awesome. Everybody needs to go vote.
Oh, yeah.
There's one of them you can vote for. I retweeted it.
I think you retweeted the Best of Cleveland one, right?
yeah, that's the Best of Cleveland. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody
we're
go.
excited about that.
That's awesome.
So when do we know? When does that? Is that?
I
you
don't
said
know.
tomorrow?
No. Tomorrow's the other award show. Tomorrow we'll know. If we win that award tomorrow, it's going to be insufferable. I'm just giving you a heads up. So It's
if you
probably
win
gonna
be
tomorrow,
like,
you'll
yeah.
never fuck with us again.
No, it'll be like, this is the award-winning Drinks with Larry podcast.
yeah, you're gonna have to call my dude. I don't know who.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to change your logo for real if you win it and be like award-winning at the bottom. Like,
Oh, are you kidding, Brooke?
you're gonna get a badge.
You don't think I already have this all planned out?
He's already got it created: t-shirts, banners, flyers.
we're ready. No, we already got a speech ready and everything, so we're good. I hope we win. If we don't, it's okay, but I hope we do. It'll be fun.
Oh, I need all of you to do I need the Oscar music playing, and all of you come on and make a speech.
No, I want Larry to fire everybody.
Oh yeah,
Like and be like, well, we all know I won. This.
My name's in the fucking title.
it's time to go solo. Yeah,
Yeah, moving on. This was great, guys. Get out of my basement.
I got a deal from Married AF for $1 million. So, but they don't want you, so it's just me. I'll see you guys later.
Oh,
Hey,
my
well,
God.
check this. I got to ask this. This is the last question we had from a listener. And I know that John, well, actually there's two, but this one I know John not a big fan, but to all, who is your favorite superhero and why? We'll let Larry start since he's from Dungeons and Douchebags.
I just made a Dungeons Douchebags logo. Thank you.
Nice.
My favorite superhero, I don't know, probably Batman if I have to pick. I like him the most because he's brooding.
What did you think of the new Batman with the tiny cock? Did you see that?
Oh, did I see that? Really?
We talked about that when we went on
We
this
talked
show.
about-
You
yeah.
did. Okay, you're
It was
right.
like last year.
Yeah. No, I thought Bruce Wayne should have had a bigger dick.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yeah, a guy who dresses up in a bad suit and jumps off buildings. Yeah, he should have a giant dick.
All right, babe, who's yours?
Hulk.
That's
That's not even a shock.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Look who you're married to.
Oh, that is.
yeah.
I didn't even correlate.
I didn't either. I love
Well,
you.
thank you. I like that.
Naturally.
What about you, John? Well, I'll go and then you can go because you hate everything. Mine is Punisher.
Yeah.
Is he considered a superhero?
Yeah,
He's,
sure.
he's
Frank Castle?
Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can call him a superhero. Sure.
Frank Castle.
I love me some Frank Castle. John Bernthal as Frank
Yeah, I'm
Castle.
pretty upset that Netflix canceled it.
Yeah, I am very upset because I need to see John Bernthal in anything else.
He won me over. I didn't buy him as Frank Castle
What?
at first. Like I didn't like the thought of him as Frank Castle, but pulled it off.
He fucking killed it.
But
he was his grunting did it for me, where he was like, "Rrr, rrr."
Yeah.
so much grunting. How
He's
much is he farting? 'Cause he grunts when he gets mad. It's like it's weird. They definitely did a job of making sure everyone hears that.
Yeah.
It's like
I
he
think
hits.
he's perfect though. He even looks kind of like the comic book character, like his crazy ass nose, like.
Oh, his nose has been broke. It's perfect.
But
for
like
Frank
even the
Castle.
way like the cartoon like comic book character is drawn, like kind of looks like him with like the shape of his face and stuff. I don't know. I think it's
Absolutely does. No, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you go back to me. The reason why I love Punisher is That's why I asked if he's even considered a superhero. Because to me,
because he is a normal dude.
He just wants
but
to kill everybody in the
Yes.
story. That fucking killed his family. He kills.
Yeah, absolutely.
everybody that's a bad guy. If you're not a fucking good guy and you're killing people or whatever, you're dead. You're dead.
All right, John. What do you think? Who's your
All right,
favorite?
So I have to ask a question to the experts. Is Jessica Jones a superhero?
Yes.
Okay, her.
Okay.
Definitely her.
Like a female Punisher.
Yeah, she's got that crazy, dirty, crazy chick vibe going. I like that a lot.
Ritter is pretty much a perfect Jessica
And
Jones, too.
we
met
met her
Yeah.
at a strip club here in Atlanta.
Really?
What?
She was Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
My friend gave her a cigarette.
She was
Wow.
filming Jessica Jones, I think. When
No, it was
No?
before she got that. It was when she was doing the B. Don't trust the B in apartment.
the being apartment 23, but it was after she was on fucking Breaking Bad,
hmm
which was where she got super famous.
Yeah, but she like bummed a cigarette off my buddy, and like I was trashed, and I was like, "You're that girl, man."
Oh my God. I was
aren't
hearing.
you?
I know. I was like, oh my God, hey.
I'm a huge guy that's being a douche.
Yeah.
My friend gives you cigarettes.
We're fans.
The worst. Yes, you would remember us.
No, but that proves that and when celebrities come in town, they go to the fucking Claremont because it's golden.
Oh yeah, in Atlanta. If any of you guys ever come, we'll take all of you there.
All right.
Sure. All right. So John is Jessica Jones. All right. Last thing I got to touch on. This one was submitted for Larry. Larry, how do I submit our show for consideration to be on the Civilized Creatures Podcast Network?
How do you do that?
Well, that's an interesting question.
You have to go give Larry a hand job
Well, it depends
while
on
staring into the eyes of Brian and Aaron.
Well, if Drinks with Larry wins one of these awards, you can just kiss that shit goodbye. That Civilized Creatures is over. They're out.
No, it's staying.
Onto a real network.
You guys are in. You're going in. We're going big.
Yes.
I
Very
think
nice.
I don't even know when I listen to Drinks with Larry, they talk about the civilized creatures. They don't even mention my show. I was like, geez, what do you got to do right here? You got to mention. Now I know. I got to jerk Larry off while I stare at Aaron and Brian.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Aaron did his impression of you the one time.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
But did he say water or what?
Water. Yes.
It was one of those moons. I have no idea what he's talking about.
It's like 3 words when you're from like South Jersey and Philly that it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I would say if somebody really wants to be considered, I'd say just holler at Larry.
or you, either one of us. I don't care. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Holla.
I mean, I do want to give a shout out to the other shows on Civilized Creatures since they brought it up.
Besides the 3 of us.
Yeah, besides the 3 of us, we also have Blunt Mommy. We have Baby Dick Sports.
Is that actually a podcast?
Yes, he just hasn't recorded yet.
And it's going to be golden. He is.
It's BD Sports, but it's not really Baby Dick, is it?
It's Baby Dick for us.
It's Baby Dick.
We
We
know.
shortened to Baby Dick.
Yeah, we know it's Baby Dick Sports.
No, it's
but
Baby.
And who else? Conversation X?
Great
Bearded-
show.
Next.
Bearded Dad? For now?
Bearded Dad. And
Did you
Larry's
say
like,
he was going to another one?
I don't know. I think he might be. He's in talks. He's done some things with Drama City.
He's in talks.
I don't think Shane knows what he's doing.
He
No,
does.
he does
He's
not know what he's doing.
He doesn't know what a network is or what a roast is.
Not Bearded
Oh, boy.
Dad. No.
Po' Boys is on our network.
Yeah, Po' Boys. Jody B. Got to give him a shout
Is
out.
Jody be on another one too?
Jody
Yeah, I think
B is a network whore. He is on everyone's network. He's on Drama City. He's on
Wow.
ours. He's on, he'll be in Inner Circle next. He is a podcast network whore.
Just
Yeah, he
trolling.
doesn't want to. I mean, but he's always been up front. I give it to Jody B. He doesn't want to, to be exclusive. But I think Jody's one of the more talented guys,
Yeah.
and I think he's really displayed it in his roast. He's talented.
I love me some
If
Jody.
he gets into it, I don't know if y'all heard him on the Alme roast. He lit that motherfucker on fire. He burned that roast to the ground.
I
And I
laughed
think he was a little
out loud.
burned out.
Yeah.
By the time we did Larry's, because he didn't want to go as hard. But for Alme, I mean, he murdered me in that. He put a bullet in my head in that roast.
It was funny though.
Yeah, called me Lenny of Mice and Men. And he kill, give me a bunny rabbit and then shoot me in the back of the fucking head.
I could see that.
Yeah, agreed.
It's pretty true. I mean, it's accurate.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love, Jody. He's a great guy and he's a really good podcaster. And he just did one with his wife that dropped today, and I listened to half of it this morning, and I enjoyed it. So, he's really, really good at what he does, and I like that. But he is on he's just about on every network. So,
Oh, for sure. Well, speaking of that, what do you think about old Doug and Anthony? They're on the old, aren't they on Drama City?
I thought Drama City Productions was made up, if I'm being honest.
No, it's real.
no,
Okay.
it's definitely real. The thing with Doug and Anthony, no matter what you give them, they're just going to take and shit all over it because that's what they do. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Doug and Anthony. They're friends of mine. I consider them friends. But the first thing they do, as soon as you give them something, the first thing they do is tear it down. And it's okay if you're okay with that. And of course, me, the shit starter that I am, I was trying to get them immediately thrown off of the network, and that didn't work. Ben says, "No, I know how they are. They're fine. They're okay." So
Ben, all-time mentality is he who runs Drama City.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think so. And then, well, the funny thing is that they said, who's right? Half of them were on the network. Doug is on the network. Anthony is not. Anthony doesn't want anything to do with it. Anthony wanted to be on Creative Creatures. I said, not on your life. I don't need you talking bad. Not that they don't talk about us bad anyhow.
Sure.
But why would I even give them the platform?
Well, they're the kind that if they talk bad about you, then they love you. Like, to me.
Well, then they must love me.
They do love you. Of course. You're one of their best.
You went and co-hosted with Anthony when Doug's house got fucking ass pounded by Florence.
They do.
I got it. Yeah. So here's the thing. Doug, I really felt bad for him. He moves from the middle of the country down to North Carolina. The flood takes his house, everything. He has nothing left. Mm-hmm. So he's like, hey, can you we got something going here. Can you do the show? So I said, yeah, okay. So we do the show with Anthony. I do the show with Anthony. As soon as he comes back, all he does is shit on everything I did. I was like, damn it. I thought I was going to get a little, just a little bit of credibility here.
I liked y'all's episode with you and Anthony. I thought it was great.
Hey, Anthony's a good guy.
I think Doug did too. He was just fucking pissed off because it actually worked when he was gone. And he was like, fuck this.
You notice how fast he came back.
Right.
The funniest part, I don't think, do you ever have to deal with trolls or anything, Larry? Because I just feel like you're the kind of guy, like, you won't even acknowledge it. Like,
no, Twitter I just trolls. That one guy, NEO Pod or something. I don't know who he was.
Yeah.
NEO Pod. Yeah, he was trying to come at me, and I just was like, okay. And I knew what he was doing. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't really care.
He was trying to come at you?
Well, he was just trying to stir up some shit. That's Joe B. He was just hoping that Larry would, have a little heat with. And that's the thing. Like, I had to learn that.
That's why I love Larry, though, too. He's like, I don't care.
No, it took me this whole year to not take it personal. I would get pissed, like angry.
I know.
And I've learned that it's just a fucking different world. And I just need to do like Larry and don't even.
The one thing, I'll tell you, the first time I ever did stand up, it was the next day I was like looking for everybody's opinion. I was looking for everything. And about a year I did that too. But after a while, you just realize, like, once you put yourself out there in the public eye, you can't control it. So it's just, you got to ride it and ignore it. So it's just read the first two comments. And once you start to see them go to shit, just ignore them and walk away. It has no bearing on anything. So,
well, speaking of that, I also want to bring up, because I'm a huge, clearly I'm a fan of John and you guys, but John, are you going to ever do stand up again? I know you did like a drunken set, a small, quick set once.
I'm dying to get up and try it again.
You should.
Yeah, I want to get a tight 5 minutes together. And the problem is that for some reason, I can't seem to write for myself. Like, if somebody gave me their material, I can really punch it up and really make it sing. But for me, I just can't write for myself. That's my biggest problem. And I had a couple, maybe I'll tell you what, when I first got up there, I went to go. A friend of mine had taken a comedy class, and it was her first night up. So I go there, and they say, you know what? You need to get up there. I had nothing prepared. So I'm like, I can't do that. I have nothing prepared. So I started drinking. After my third Jack Daniel and Coke, the Jack Daniel said, you can do this.
Very formal.
Right. You can do this. So, but the comedians were so bad that all I did was go up there and roast the comedians, which I'm sure they loved. Because they don't know, who's this fat fuck up here just destroying us? And I got up there and I destroyed them and I thought I was up there for 10 minutes. And I got back, and after I watched the video, I was up there for 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh yeah, it's not a long time. You have to have a lot of stuff to be up there. But I think you should do it. But your Brian is the same way. He's done stand up a few times. And his problem is he has his own material, but when he starts to forget his own material, then he starts like repeating other material he's heard. So that he doesn't want to. Obviously, you don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that.
So he stopped doing it. But yeah, he's I'd love to have him. I'd love to have Stephanie get up and try it once. I mean, John, I think you would be amazing. I think you'd be great if you just sat down and just write. Just advice I give you is that I always do is just write like you're talking. Like, just write the shit you're talking down. I used to try to put up stories and come up with crazy shit, but I just started writing about shit that was going on, and it just starts to click. So I think you have the that talent.
It's just
Well, why can't everybody? I feel, John, tell me if you feel the same way. Are you jealous that you don't have a place like the Corkscrew Saloon?
Yeah. No, seriously.
I feel like that's like to me, it's like I feel, and it's because I'm such a fan of the show. Like it's a mecca, and I need to go there. Like I need to walk there.
I'm just really good at sales, man.
I know, but I feel like you guys maybe are jaded on it, but that like us and John, if we traveled there, we'd be like, oh.
Yeah, if I'm ever in Central Ohio, I'm definitely going to the Corkscrew Saloon. Yes, sorry, I can't even say it. But I'm going there.
Chops and seafood.
Steaks and chops.
Chopsticks, yes.
Yeah, we don't have somewhere like that.
No, it sounds great. Like you guys do everything there. Like, fuck, what kind of place is that?
Well, it's my buddy. Here's the best part. My buddy owns it, and we went to high school with him. And it's like a fancy, nice restaurant, but we show up and just wreck the whole thing. So he loves it. He doesn't care.
That's where Stephanie's date was, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because we were like, okay, this place that they like do comedy at and stuff.
No,
and,
it had like the scary painting behind Stephanie that was scaring me the whole time.
The like your grandma's curtains.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. Yeah. It's an old house. It's one of the oldest houses in this town. So
and I feel like it is.
We said it looks like somebody's grandma's house.
No, it's literally like I think it's probably one of the oldest houses in the county. So.
Well, that makes it even fucking cooler. And it's probably
they have ghost tours through there and shit. Yeah. No, it's fucked up. Yeah.
We're going, John. Me and you and Brooke are loading up. We're going.
Old haunted house that people do comedy in and eat seafood and chopstick.
Here's
I'm
the plan.
fucking in.
We'll have a Civilized Creatures Entertainment Network team builder. And John will do his next stand-up there. We'll prepare for it. John will prepare 5 minutes.
This is fucking golden.
And we'll all meet there, and we'll put it out on every social media.
The Facklers will be there.
Absolutely. Miles and Crawford will be there. We'll get everybody.
With fucking bells on. Miles and Crawford are in Cleveland, too?
They're nearby. Yeah, they're about, I would say, about an hour out of here. Yeah.
Oh, they're there. Miles, Crawford, you're there.
Yeah,
I say we fucking plan it and do
it.
John, that needs to be your debut, bro. I'm serious. It's plan it.
It's funny. I started going to comedy clubs in 1983 to open mics, and I could not get up because I was petrified that I would bomb. And then I started podcasting, and I started bombing on a regular basis. And I said, you know what? This isn't that bad. I can do this.
It's great.
Yeah. So it really taught me how to bomb and how not to give. You know what? It really taught me how not to give a fuck when I get up there, and if something just bombs, you just go through it. Although there's this one podcast, and everybody's talked about it, the Chewed Gum guy, Seamus McKillian.
Oh, well, because Doug went on fucking Who Are These Podcasts?
Right.
And
Chewed Gum.
God, that fucking episode was hysterical. And that guy, I haven't listened to an episode of his, but I wanted to punch him so bad.
I don't know. You haven't seen, Larry, you haven't seen his stand-up yet, have you?
No, I have not.
I got to shoot you. After this, I will shoot you the YouTube clip of him doing stand-up. Now, he put this up there, so it's not like he put this up there. I've never seen a more awkward, horrible, bombing stand-up in my entire life.
He loves himself more than anybody does.
I dare you to watch that and not actually just like your shoulders start to cringe up because it's so horrible. The biggest applause break he got was when he left. You would think that there wasn't anybody in the room until he got done, and there was like 40 people in the room.
Oh, my God.
It was horrible. I've never seen anybody bomb like that.
Wow.
Have you ever bombed like that, Larry?
Oh, yeah. The first time I did stand-up, I got told I was worse than a back alley abortion. So
my God.
Yeah.
That is harsh.
Brutal.
It was brutal, but I read that email and I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm doing this again.
Yeah, next time I got up on stage, I would have had a wire hanger around my neck.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Well, but John, that guy, Todd or whatever.
Who knows? I don't know what his real name is.
He has 10,000 downloads
in a year.
The best part.
In a year. So he's fucking big time. That's.
Here's the deal. He said he did it by himself.
Exactly.
Like, he's just shameless.
But still, who fucking talks about that on their podcast? Like, kill yourself, dude.
I don't know anyone that talks about their numbers.
No,
like,
because
ever.
that's fucking nobody cares.
Plus, we're all full of shit. Like, who would do that? I mean, and plus, if you do that, I don't believe you. So just know that.
Just don't. Just exactly.
This is
exactly.
what I say. Downloads are like dick length. Everybody lies about theirs.
Exactly.
Of course.
And the fact, but why is he lying about 10,000 in a year? Like,
yeah, make it a good number. Like, make it a 1.2 million.
Well,
shoot for the bullshit stars.
Yeah, no, shit. Make it sound good.
like when dude from Trace Evidence posted on Twitter that he had 1 million downloads right before he hit his 1 year anniversary.
That's
that was
totally fair.
That was fucking impressive. I'm like, holy balls!
It's true crime, though.
But it's true crime.
Yeah.
I mean, and Jamie did the same thing. She had it was she'd been doing it for 3 months and she had 500,000. And I was like, God damn it!
She's also
Jamie.
glorious.
Okay, so Jamie came to me and said, "Hey, listen, I want to do a true crime podcast." And I said, "Okay, we'll get." I worked with Jamie from when she started. I edit her shows and everything. So
Brooke's a huge fan.
Yeah, so she started, and so what I do is after I get done and get the show ready, I go in and I upload it in her media host, which gives her download numbers.
Yeah.
After the first month, when I went in there and looked at her download numbers, because it's right up front, I wanted to get into a car, drive to a tall bridge, and leap off.
I bet, because when we talked to her, we talked to her on one of our earlier episodes too, and she was like, yeah, when I saw that, she was on episode 4 and she had she was like, yeah, I was in the, when I saw that it was the low 4-digit number down, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, hang up, get off our shit. You should never be here.
I don't
you shouldn't be here. You deserve better.
And she's so sweet. I love her to death, and she's one of the nicest people ever. And but her and the dude that hosts Trace Evidence too, they're always the nicest, sweetest people. And they're like, I don't know, I just and I'm like, I like fucking true crime. God damn it, Randall, you convinced me to do this fucking married comedy podcast. Why aren't I doing a true crime podcast if we could be rich?
Yeah, we get. I mean, shit. I bet comedy gets peanuts compared to true crime.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get my girlfriend. We're gonna do true crime. Thanks. Drinks with Larry's done.
Yeah.
This is the end of Drinks with Larry.
Welcome to Murder with Larry.
Yeah.
Murder with Larry. Yes.
Exploitation with Larry. Here we go. We're going to make money off your sorrow. Let's roll.
I mean, please, because I will gobble it up, because all I do is fucking listen to murder and horrible things.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the documentaries now. That's my thing on Netflix. That's all I keep watching. I'm in
that too.
Madeline one right now, and it's driving me crazy.
That's the one that was about to approach Randall with. See, I have to delicately approach these things with Randall sometimes, because he's in, for the most part. He knew the Ted Bundy thing. He was like, okay, let's just, I know we're watching this because that's, but some of them, the Madeline one I know has been out there, and I've been just waiting for when he's like, is there anything you want to watch? And I'm like,
The Staircase Killer is a good one too.
Oh, I watched that a long time ago,
yeah.
But Randall didn't watch that one with me. But
clearly, y'all see, it's Jody B's not far off of me being Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
No.
You're not as demented as I am.
My wife was about to say, "You're sweet."
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say cultured, but whatever, it's fine.
No, I was going to say you're not as sick as I am.
That's true. That's true.
And so it's, Mindhunter was I drew you in.
I loved Mindhunter.
Beautiful show. Wonderful.
Oh my God.
When is it coming back out?
It's
the fucking second season.
I don't know, but the really creepy guy, the guy he would meet with and bought pizza with all the time.
Ed Kemper.
Oh.
Yeah,
his name's Cam.
He's one of the guys in that Umbrella Chronicles. So it was messing with me when he would talk. I'm like, oh God, he's going to cut his
Cameron Britton.
Is that who it is?
Is the actor? Yeah. He, who played Ed Kemper, and fucking, that guy deserves all the awards.
He should have gotten the Oscar for best movie.
Even though it's not a movie.
Best director. They should just gave him every award.
But they brought him out on My Favorite Murder. He was in person when they were in San Diego or something. They brought him out on stage, and he's sprinkled in, they've filmed the second season, or they are it's in progress in some phase, but he's not in it as much as he was the first one. But I'm like, God damn it, it's been 1.5 years now. What in the actual fuck?
Let's get on it.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm pretty pissed.
Randall was angry.
Let me explain why I was so angry with John and Larry, and tell me if this ever happened.
That was his first binging.
I got duped. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know how Netflix worked. I'm not a smart man. So I was kind of under the weather, I think, and we were like going to watch something all day. It was a day where we were going to lay in bed and watch
It was
something.
a naked day.
You're right. There you go. Naked day. We'd schedule those, folks. Save your marriage. Take that advice.
Naked days.
But so we're watching it, and I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm watching every one of these today. This is great. These are available. And so finished it in like a day. And then I was like, so what, season 2's next week or what? You know, and they're like, no, idiot. Since you did it, you got to wait a year. I was like, no one told me. This is horse shit. I'm ripping every TV out of the wall.
He was mad for a week. Just a week, mad.
Because I would have spaced myself out. People have to explain shit to me. For fuck's sake.
The fact that you didn't know what binge watching was in 2017.
The year before
It was topical.
the year before the last season of Dexter, I found Dexter and I started watching it. And I binged all 7 seasons in a month.
So good.
I could not stop watching it.
Good.
It would come on and I got to see what happens next. So I watched it. And then when I got to the 8th season, I had to wait a week. I'm like, this is bullshit. What do you mean I got to wait 6-7 days to see this again? Yeah.
That's what I did with Lost. I binged Lost on DVDs because that was before Netflix was cool and streaming. Like my sister and my brother-in-law had like all the seasons of Lost on DVD, and I binged them like back to back to back until like the last season. And then I was the same thing. I was like, I gotta wait a week.
Did you watch Lost, Larry?
No, I tried to watch part of it, but this is back. I think that was out when I was in college. I never got into it. No.
Yeah, 2005. And that's how a lot of podcasts got started because of Lost. That's when it all started, like in 2004, 2005.
Oh, because of the shitbag ending, everybody's like, I got to get on the internet and talk about this shit.
Well, it became a whole cult where they would start talking about the shows and trying to figure out, the Easter eggs and everything in there. And
so many.
Yeah. And a lot of podcasts started back when Lost started. So that was really kind of what drew a lot of people to podcasting back in the day, as they say.
Huh. Back in the day.
Hey, well, I want to put a bow on this thing because I feel like we're right at a good time but I want to make sure everybody can get access to you guys. So John, how's everybody what's all your social media and ways that they can reach you at Unbelievably Stupid Podcast?
We are Unbelievably Pod on all the socials.
Nice.
That was
and John is also the host formerly of Brand X podcast.
Well, actually, there's another podcast I do, which is called Brilliant Observations. That's with 2 other friends of mine.
Yeah. Beautiful. What about you, Larry? What's your show called?
Drinks with Larry.
Drinks and Larry.
Drinks and Larry.
The Buff Bagwell.
Yeah, Drinks and Larry.
Hey, John, if you ever get the chance, go ahead, Larry. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I was going to say, John, if you ever go back in the what do you call your portfolio?
The archives.
The archives of Drinks with Larry, and listen to the Buff Bagwell episode. The former wrestler.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
So bad.
It's
so good. It's so bad it's good.
So bad it's good.
Buff was trashed high. Everything.
I found Drinks with Larry just as it changed over to Drinks and Larry, so I don't know what train wreck caused that.
Well, when you hit rock bottom, you hit rock bottom. It's rock bottom for everybody.
All right.
Well, I can't wait till we all have our team builder in Cleveland. It's going to be great, guys.
Seafood and chops.
We're not doing it in winter.
No. Summertime. No, do not come here in the winter.
Because we like snow, but not bullshit Cleveland snow.
Because I don't want to get
snowing.
What?
Yeah,
it's actually still chilly here in the mornings. It's silly.
Yeah. I love South people. It's still chilly in the morning here. Really? It just snowed here Friday.
It was 70 something here today this afternoon, but it was like in the 40s this morning.
I'm sorry.
Well, John's got it pretty bad up. He's got it pretty bad up in Philly too. They got
Oh, yeah.
hammered, didn't you, John, this winter?
It was just, I'll tell you what, it really wasn't bad. You know where it's cold? Up in Canada, Saskatoon, Canada, it was negative 60 degrees with the wind chill Celsius. Celsius.
Well, let me tell you, when you say the name of the place is Saskatoon, I believe you that it's colder than anywhere on. I feel like that's beside the North Pole. That's
Well,
the town beside Santa's.
Well, and when you say Canada, it's like, well, I mean, of course, fuck, it snows in the summertime in Canada, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but there's a difference. Like Saskatoon sounds differently than Toronto.
Right.
yeah,
Saskatoon
Yes.
sounds terribly cold.
it does. You're right.
Hey, but John, how far are you from Cleveland in Philly? How far is that?
It's far.
That's about a
Is it far?
10-hour drive.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's further than us, probably.
Yeah, what is it? Have you ever driven to Atlanta, Larry?
Yeah, I've driven through Atlanta, and I've also driven to Philly. So yeah, they're about pretty close, I would say. It's not too bad.
My sister lives in Atlanta.
We make like a triangle.
Holy shit, John. Well, we could do if we had to do it here, we can do the team builder here. That's fine, guys.
We can go to the Claremont.
We'd rather go to Atlanta, honestly. That's for
Oh, well, come on. Come the fuck on, guys.
The question
We're
is-
moving to a new house in a couple weeks.
Oh, congratulations. Does how far away are the other podcasts from you guys?
Bearded Dad's 3 hours away. Conversation X is 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
Blunt Mommy's in a swamp in Louisiana, right?
Well, Mommy's 8 hours away.
Yeah, I think Atlanta is the middle ground,
It
actually.
is really.
Yeah,
We're kind
I
of
think so.
And you can in Philadelphia, you can jump on a flight here for like $99 round trip and be down there. It's not even worth the gas to drive.
Yeah.
So
No, you're
Shit.
right. It would be easier flying to Atlanta. You can fly here for $1.50 if you catch the right shitty plane.
Spirit Air. Or something.
Yeah.
Spirit Air.
Well, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna run. This was awesome, though. This was a blast.
So much fun.
Well, thanks
Love
for
you
having us
guys.
on.
yeah, thanks for having us on, guys.
Yeah, and we'll follow back up with you guys. And for everybody else listening, check out all the shows on Civilized Creatures Entertainment Network.
Absolutely.
Or get the fuck out. That's your options.
Fucking.
Yeah, where's Aaron, by the way? Was it?
He's sleeping.
Oh,
Or we're
we're
sleeping.
sleeping.
We're
We're sleeping.
sleeping.
We're all
We're
asleep.
sleeping.
All
Sorry,
right,
Aaron,
guys.
we're asleep.
We'll holler at you guys later.
All right. Thanks again.
Bye.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.